Hi y'all, welcome back.
Doing a quick soak on the beans because I didn't prepare ahead of time. Ground beef, browned. I still need to drain it.
And here are the other ingredients. So I have dehydrated corn, I've got tomatoes. I didn't have any fresh tomatoes, so I'm using canned tomatoes. Some fresh garlic that I'm about to mash up. Got some dehydrated onion because I didn't have enough fresh onion, so it's great that I keep dehydrated stuff around so I can go ahead and continue on with my recipe. I didn't mention, the recipe also calls for black pepper. I've got the black pepper in there. And then it also calls for chili powder, so I'm putting the chili powder in there as well. And it calls for salt. I'm putting canning salt in there. Seems like a lot of salt, but it's actually less than if I was putting a teaspoon into each individual quart. Alright, I've got everything in there. I'm going to go ahead and let it come up to a good boil and boil it for about 5 minutes, and then I am going to pour it into jars. Alright, so I've got 2 jars ready so far. I'm going to go ahead and put these in the canner and grab the other 2 jars and fill them up. Okay, so I've got all 4 quarts in the canner, and I'm going to go ahead and close my lid and make sure that it is on venting, and I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'm trying to get you in there so you can see that little arrow, and so I have it to exhaust. So there's the little arrow, and it's to exhaust. And now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit high, and I want my time to be 90. So we're going to get up to 90. Oops, way too much. So we're going to get down to 90, and then we're going to hit start. And that's it. It's set. It's going to go ahead and do that. And then when it gets up to the pressure where it needs to be, it's going to go ahead and start venting. This will beep at me. It'll have an E10, and then it'll be venting from up here. Once it vents for its 10 minutes, it'll come back to here, and it should say E0. And then I will go ahead, and that green dial, I will go ahead and I will turn it to airtight. And then once I set it to airtight, it will go ahead and do its thing, and then it will beep when it is done. But it'll do this for a while, 20-30 minutes, just till it gets where it needs to be. But something to remember is that if you are pressure cooking, you have got to do it. Make sure it's high. And then you set your time, whatever the time is for whatever you're making, and then you just hit start. It's just that simple. And I'm enjoying my Nesco. I've always canned on the stovetop. I've never canned with any electronics, and so I'm very much enjoying this. I'm very much enjoying this. 87 minutes. So we've got 87 minutes to go. And then it will be done pressure canning. It will beep, and I will count, and this will turn to OFF for off, and I will unplug it, and then just let it sit without doing anything else to it. The manual says approximately an hour. I think I'm going to go for an hour and a half or so, and then we'll be ready to take out the jars.